Just the Rav, the mashal that the Magid said, that the Rav said over is mamish spot on. It really encapsulates the whole essence of Tisha B'Av and everything that we are doing, that we're trying to do. How we don't know, we never experienced the Beis HaMikdash. We don't know what we lost. And it's very hard. It's very hard to be misyaches, to connect ourselves to something that we have literally no shaykhs to. We never felt, we never saw that glory, we never saw Alila Regal, we never saw Karbanis, we never saw the Nevi'im, Ruach HaKodesh, Urim V'Tumim, we never had that clarity. And thousands of years to come and sit and be misabel and mourn over something that is so abstract, so distant, is an arduous task. It's painful for us because we know we want to feel that pain, yet we struggle. It's a tremendous challenge to achieve that. In Shai Lane this morning, Kriyas HaTorah, this isn't something that was planned to say, but I think this is just sometimes you go where HaKadosh Baruch Hu blows you and what's meaningful and impactful at the moment. Look around there. How many people are here? 30? 40? It's a Sunday morning. It's a Sunday morning. In America. In Manchester, New Jersey. Go to the park. Listen to the music. Look at the people in the streets over here. We don't have to go to New York City, to Times Square. We're so distant. We're about as distant as it gets from a Velas, Churban Yerushalayim. No shaykhs. Maybe some of us had the schus to live in Eretz Yisrael for a couple of years, learned as Bachrim. You go to the Kaisa and you see people that are really being misabel, that are connected, are crying, real krechzing, tzaddikim. But here, physically, forget about mentally and emotionally. But yet, we're all here. And as we lay in this morning, Goy Mikarev Goy. Goy Mikarev Goy. With Am HaNivchar. We're chosen. We were elevated Mikol Ha'amim. It's a little ironic that we read the parsha of Yitzias Mitzrayim this morning on Tisha B'Av. That's what we just learned, those parshas. Goy Mikarev Goy, and Hashem took us out. Masas HaGedolos. But we're Goy Mikarev Goy. The whole Yisod of Pesach and Geula and Golus and Geula. We realize that we're different. We realize that we're not here to just soak in the Western culture on a Sunday morning when the rest of the world is thinking about how they can just enjoy life. We're here being misabel. We're here, all here showing up, trying our best to connect ourselves to something that's so weit, so distant, so far, both in history, years, proximity, Eretz Yisrael. And while many of the shiurim and maybe the videos and the things we're going to hear about today, we emphasize the point that we're so far, we're so distant, we have no shaykhs. But there's also another element that we should all just realize that we're all here. We all showed up. And not here today to give anyone a pat on the back, but I just think it's incredible. You look around, I wasn't here last year, but just amazing. It's amazing. And Hashem, I'm not a spokesperson, but when we show up and we show that we care, das allein. If we're going to start crying over the Kinnos, we're going to start weeping, lav dafka. Maybe mistama not. But like the Rav said, just to read the words, just being here, taking it seriously, sitting uncomfortably, is a tremendous ach. For sure brings Hashem nachas ruach. And even on a day like today, of Churban, It's easy to say Nachas Ruach Li'Yitzar on Purim and Vaylel Seder and learning all night on Shavuos. Kirvas Halakim Li'Tov. The mandate, the instructions, the instruction manual doesn't change on Tisha B'Av. And it's the same thing today. We're meant to bring the same. The Zelba Nachas Ruach that we're meant to bring the entire year round. Tisha B'Av doesn't change. Fakir. If we want to bring Mashiach, if we want to bring Gula, if we want to build bricks, then this is the day where that mandate is escalated. That mandate is highlighted, amplified. We show Hashem that we know it's all about you. We know all the pain and the Gehenim and the tragedies that we experience, that we encounter. All October 7th and the COVID and dying people. And Mrs. Monk, young girl, young woman, passed away. Realize that it's all a direct byproduct of Churban Abayis. We realize that Hashem is in pain. We realize Shechina Begalusa and being here. V'amechulim tzadikim, the Eibishter, not a spokesperson, but I think Hashem is proud of all of us. We're going to start next Kinnos, Kinnos Zayin. How did you rush in your anger? To eradicate at the hand of Edom, your faithful ones. And the whole Kinnos goes through. Enumerates all of the tzaras. Look through. How did you reproach with your rebuke? Go on and on. How do you let the mothers eat their children? How do you let all the shrekli chazachim that happened over the generations? How do you let that happen? How did you abandon in your rage the zalza biad zarm zevelecha to allow derision at the hand of strangers of your temples? How did Kadosh Baruch Hu allow it to happen? Hashem loves us. What happened? But as the Kinnos fears us, we have mourned, pouring out tears like water. Because of the fact that on this day we were taken captive twice. I recall how I was in serenity dwelling in Yerushalayim. I've complained regretfully, but now with laments I shall soar up to the sphere of heaven. And what the Kinnos is concluding with is that, all these tragedies befell in Klal Yisrael, all the calamities, all these heavy, heavy things. Again, I'm not going back to this point, but there was just a lady, a mother in Lakewood, Mrs. Monk. She lived in the Albert area. Her sister is a good friend of my wife, went to seminary with her. Okay? 33-year-old mother. She's gone. Left over one child. You know how painful that is? Imagine that kid today. Imagine that little girl. Bas Yechidah, mother, gone. Her stronghold, her anchor, her life, taken away. Cancer. Went into remission, cancer nachamo, over, life over, dead. Niftaras. What's with this little girl? Who's taking care of her? Does Hashem not care? It's not Hashem's daughter. It's not Hashem's achrayis. It's our achrayis. To realize Abish is crying. Abish is in pain. Each one of us is a ben yachid. Hashem says, did you forget about me? I'm detached. You're all orphans. We're all orphans. Kiseh oivit. Like sheep without a manik, without a shepherd. We're no different than that daughter, as much as we can relate. That little girl, little 6-year-old girl, thinks she's in Beis Fega, and we think, it's real. Little girl in Beis Fega has no mother. It's Ganem. Ganem to think about. No siblings, no comfort. With the same situation. Hashem's looking at us and saying, do you not realize? Do you not realize You're like that little girl. We're Hashem's wife. With a kala. We're running to chasanas and running to parties, running here and there. And Hashem's crying, saying, do you not chap? Do you not get the message? You not even realize you're in pain. And today's that day. Once again we come back. And we're all here. And it's great. But for a few minutes we can reflect. A little introspection. Think that every last sorrow is a byproduct, it's a manifestation of Shechina B'Galusa. Abish is crying. The mois, maris, bitter tears. Icho sha'afto v'shafecha l'shalis b'ad sharim shalamecha. How do you let all this happen? There's this picture going around of that emaciated hostage in some tunnel in Gaza. It's not fun. Parents watching their kid being eaten away to death from starvation. It's all real, it's all happening, live stream right now. And as we end off over here, it's all a result of Shechina B'Galusa. And this kind of reminds us that all of the tzaras, everything that we go through, everything that we encounter, it's all Shechina B'Galusa. And when we invest some time, some heart into the Kinnos, into thinking that it's real, into thinking that we have the opportunity, the ability to contribute towards the Binah Beis HaMikdash, and Hashem in turn put those collective bricks together, and maybe taka v'zeicha to realize we're the Am Levad Dishkain, we're the Goy Mekar of Goy. We're not just Stam people. We're not just people at the park, people on the street. We're Heilig, we're Amich Kul and Tzadikim. And Hashem, hear our prayers, hear our desire to want to connect to something that's so abstract, and be Paidu Matzil with Mashiach Tzidkenu and the Binah Beis HaMikdash.